You know, I have this urgency of now. Like, what can I do now to fix things? And you pointed to, well, if we had gotten on top of the Sustainable Development Goals, there are many of us who run in circles where we could have made a call to Samantha Power. I called Samantha Power because some of you told me to. But my point is that we need to get that up and out so all of you can call your friends in the Congress or in the administration to tell them to get the UN, our UN representative, to push this. I mean, this is the choke point, as you said, Tom. If you don't get this, the rest of these countries aren't going to follow if it's not, you know, the design for how to steer philanthropic dollars in the global scale. So these are like nexus points that we can't ignore. And unfortunately, in our community, we're not all able to go to a clearinghouse and find out, what can I do today to improve mental health in the world in the most meaningful way if I care about public policy interventions? And I think that examples like that, the formularies that you talked about, you know, I'm happy to also call. I didn't know about, you know, the fact that if we don't have these formularies adopted for psychiatric disorders, that's going to be a major impediment for people with psychiatric disorders worldwide. We could spread that out to our friends in NAMI all over the country. They'll tweet and email and call, and someone will say, what's this all about? It's about all of us helping each other, but we need to know where the levers are. So this was a very helpful panel. I just finally want to say, in terms of the health implementation and strengthening health systems, this is what we're trying to do in the United States, just like you're trying to do on a global basis. And I always come back to follow the money. Follow the money, that great phrase that came out of Watergate. If you want to know what our priorities are, follow where the financial incentives are. What I hope this forum and the State of the Union, which we will have in February 22nd and 23rd, will do, is help focus people on the major opportunities to make systemic change. Because to that analogy about the Titanic before, I don't want us to be switching chairs on the Titanic and think that's our answer. I want to steer clear, and we have opportunities to do that. And these breakout sessions have been enormously helpful to acting and fleshing out these guiding principles that we're going to propose in the State of the Union. And who knows, if we put them up on the web early, when the president is doing his State of the Union, maybe the West Wing will call over and look for some talking points. I don't know, just a thought, Because, you know, they're not on this issue every day, and they'll call Tom, maybe, you know, and so that's the challenge we have politically. Let me just say, you know, three dates that I hope you all connect with us on. November 11th, we're going to have Kennedy Forum, Illinois, Veterans Day. We have a powerful example of how a state is trying to implement a guide for how to judge state action in terms of implementing sound mental health policy. People from all walks of life have joined that. I'd love to see more states have that as a template. So those who are interested can look online at the Kennedy Forum, Illinois. As I said again, the State of the Union is going to be our major event for early next year, February 22nd, 23rd. And then, of course, we hope to see you back here next year around in June, and we'll be sure to have all of that posted up earlier in terms of the website. I've just been amazed at how many of you came, in spite of the fact that we're running by the seat of our pants to put all this together. And I just want to thank all of our staff from the Kennedy Forum for just doing an outstanding job at making this all possible.
Let's keep moving forward. Thank you.